So hello friends, welcome back to this online lecture series of employability skills and development. Continuing with our previous video. So it's a prerequisite to understand today's lecture. Please watch previous module. So in previous lecture, we were talking about hard skill and soft skills. And we have started with the discussion of important sets of soft skill. We have discussed with communication and creativity. Now today we are going to discuss about remaining sets of soft skills. Why soft skills, advantages, conclusion. So next is your interpersonal skills. Well, interpersonal skills is first, it is leadership. A leader is an individual, the capability to encourage the people around to work for the common goal is termed as leadership. So what are the important traits of leadership? So first is your team building. So to understand team building, ask few questions to yourself. That can you do a big project or big task all by yourself? Do you have enough resources to undertake the project? Or do you have all the expertise to complete the project or given any organizational task? If answer to these questions is no, then you must form a team. So when we think of teamwork, we think of common goals of a team for which every member of the team it works, and each member is equally responsible for achieving the team goals. Next is your decision making. Well, decision making, it is a daily activity for any human being. There is no exception about that when it comes to business organizations or daily routines. Decision making, it is a habit and it is a process as well. So effective and successful decision make profit to the company and unsuccessful ones make losses. So therefore, corporate decision making process is the most critical process in any organization. So in the decision making process, we choose one course of action from a few possible alternatives. And in the process of decision making, we may use many tools, techniques, and perceptions. Next is your delegation. Well, it is an assignment of authority to another person. Normally from a manager to subordinate to carry out specific activity. It is a process of distributing and entrusting work to another person. So delegation is one of the core concepts of management leadership. The process involves managers deciding which work they should do themselves and which work should be delegated to others for completion. Next is your mentoring. Well, it is a relationship in which a more experienced or more knowledgeable person helps to guide a less experienced or less knowledgeable person. So the mentor may be older or younger than the person being mentored. But remember, they must have a certain area of expertise. Last is your strategic planning. Well, it is a process of defining its strategy or direction and making decisions on allocating its resources to pursue this strategy. So strategic planning, it is a process of documenting and establishing a direction of your small business by assessing, both where you are and where you are going. So the strategic plan gives you a place to record your mission, vision, and values, as well as your long term goals and the action plans you will use to reach them. Interpersonal skills, as we have seen, leadership. Next is your dealing with difficult people and conflict resolution. Well, dealing with difficult people. In many of our life, whether it is a professional or in your day-to-day routine, you may encounter with such kind of human beings, people, that is very difficult to deal with it. So sometimes there is a block because a person that you are trying to communicate with is really difficult and determined to create a barriers, refusing to let you in. So good communication is described as the bedrock of good care about, but sometimes even good communication and interpersonal skills can't easily manage the situation, and particularly when emotions are high, people are not rational of all the time. So when faced with fear and uncertainty, they respond angrily, and this can create a difficult situations which, if not diffused adequately, can lead to aggressive action. So these dragons include what? Your greed, impatience, your arrogance, stubbornness, self-depreciation, self-determination. So these are interesting takers on the different sorts of personality that we find ourselves with. So a very sensible advice about how to manage emotionally fueled conflict, and in this summary is suggest that first question your own defensiveness. Why are you upset by this situation? Remember, defensiveness often fuels anger, leading to a worse situation. So stay focused. In an irrational attack, see it as a gift that you don't have to accept. It's not your personal. So calmly ask the person what they are upset about and accept that there is some kernel of truth in their complaint. So ask for feedback. Being on their side will enable you to, diffuse the situation more quickly. So don't try to win the fight. It is best to go for a win-win situation. So listen carefully and ask questions to draw out the nature of the complaint. And remember, appreciate, but don't blame. And in this manner, a good leader, it is able to resolve the conflict. Now, question is how to start. Well, answer is self-realization. It is the first step in order to learn soft skill. Knowing yourself, measure your strength. What are your weakness? So working with that your strength, take the benefits of it. And whatever the weakness that you have, start taking care of it. Start working on it. So it is the first step. Now, why soft skills? Why we need it? Now, from this lecture, maybe you could have learned why we require it. Well, soft skills are required by an individual not only to enter into the workplace, but also to sustain oneself in the workplace, as they helps in taking proper decision, handling interpersonal relationship, communicating with other properly and effectively, gaining professional development, having a good impact or impression on others. So hope so you understood why we required soft skills. Well, learning soft skills. The good news is that, like any skill, soft skills can be learned. So boosting your soft skills not only give you a leg up on a new job or promotion, but these skills also have obvious applications in all areas of person's life, that is both professional and personal. So some methods to learn is first is take a course. Nowadays many courses are available, so you just find it and take a course. Second is you can seek a mentors. Nowadays very much, the online sessions are going on in YouTube. You can subscribe to any mentors. And third, it is your self volunteer, that is your self realization. So these are the methods by which you can learn these soft skills, and remember, it only comes in yourself by learning and by practicing it. So what are the pros of it? After learning, recognition from the institution, industry and peers, new employment opportunities, promotions and advanced opportunities, increase ability to give your best, strong team and leadership, good human being. So friends, choose the right tools. Right now, what you require, hard skill and soft skill. Choice is yours. But remember guys, both are necessary, but their weightage is different, so you have to make a balance of it. So one of the most difficult things to teach, and the most common reason for not hiring, for not promoting, and for your poor performance. So it is said that soft skills either makes your career or breaks your career. So pick your weakness guys, work on it and make it your strength. So students, we have learned about soft skills versus hard skill. We have seen important sets of soft skills. Why soft skills? What are the pros of soft skills? So in next video we would see about the introspection method. So till then, thank you very much students.